All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of Yashala, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, as well as the hopeful elect, the Akim out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and preaching through the spirit of Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, in truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations or other nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And coming to do a quick lesson dealing with Esau and his BS. You know, constantly challenging the Heavenly Father. This, like I was just telling the brother, this is how I look at it. Any and everything that the Lord has done and created, all right, or said that couldn't be done, Esau goes out and challenges the Heavenly Father by trying to do it or making his own creation of it, right? Shoot, just even thinking of the stones, you know, you got like sapphire, rose quartz, you got labradorite, you got amethyst, these different stones and crystals that the Lord have created for their purposes and properties. All right. And, you know, one of my favorite stones is gold stone, you know, and it's pretty much man-made, you know, but Esau goes and he creates his own creation. He makes his own creations, his imitations of the Heavenly Father creations. All right. So you got the Lord healing the blind, healing the sick. Well, Esau does that through his left hand magic, all right, which is his technology or his medicines, you know, his pharmacy. Okay, that's what he does it through. So he's constantly challenging the Heavenly Father, all right, saying, well, if you can do it, I can do it, right? So within this article, it says experts are hoping that AI will soon translate animal sounds into words. Now they're getting to the point where they're trying to talk to animals. Okay. Well, just as all flesh is likened unto its kind, you know, they have their language, we have our language. All right. The same is with when the Lord confounded the people at the Tower of Babel. He didn't want everybody together. But you want to go and challenge the Heavenly Father to understand animals for this reason or that reason. They might be some, you know, pretty decent, I would say fascinating reasons, you know, because it's something that ain't been done. But you can't just, Esau can't accept nature, right? He has to go above and beyond to disrupt nature, all right, to cause nature to be out of order, okay? You can just go simply into the gender of men and women and their purpose. All right, you read Romans, the first chapter, it explains, you know, what happened with the alphabet community. All right, that's against nature. All right. So getting into this article, I ain't going to read the whole thing. I got a couple of highlights and paragraphs. But it says recent advancements in artificial intelligence are sparking excitement among researchers who believe the technology could one day decode animal sounds, potentially translating them into human understandable language. It's not like really saying they're going to try to teach them English or teach them human language, but more so understand their language. All right. And by way of their technology, you constantly hear about this artificial intelligence. Artificial is man-made things, synthetic things. All right. Things that men have created. They've, through their science, created this type of technology. And they're using it on everything. All right. We you know, go on the wheels watching Iron Man, thought that was the coolest shit in the world. Okay. But not realizing the movie Matrix and Terminator, this is movies, those two movies in particular, of machines fighting back, so to speak. All right. And I'm sure everybody's seen that those karate chops that one of them humanoid robots had did. He was just sitting there. He looked like they was working on him, and they hit some switch to where he just started karate chopping, damn near attacking him. It looked like he was going straight at them. So this is the malfunctions that you will have to deal with. All right. Dang, like I always mention this movie. I think it's called the Mother or something like that. But in this movie, they all had these humanoid robots serving them, and then there was some type of electrical surge or something to that effect, to where these robots completely turned on the humans to the point where they was unaliving them 100%. And then it got to the point it was pretty much a whole plan for them to pretty much take over. All right. But they don't, I'm sure they consider these things, but they like, well, we got to try anyway. We got to, because Esau's going to try to squeeze the juice out of an onion. All right. So it says the idea of understanding animal communication has long fascinated scientists and animals lovers alike. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would, I'm pretty sure it would. But the Heavenly Father, like, here, I'll get that preset. Well, we can go here. Because this is a beautiful point of an animal speaking unto a human. All right, them being able to understand one another, but it was by YAHAWASHI. So once again, Esau like, well, he can do it, I can do it. Okay, this is Numbers 22 and 23, and you can read within the story and get everything that went down. It says, and the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass and turned her into the way, because he's trying to defy the Most High. He's trying to go do something that the Lord warned him not to do. So the Lord put an angel in the way of an ass that only the ass could see, right? But Balaam couldn't see the angel. So he like, why the hell go this way? And the angel, the donkey like, man, if only you seen what I seen. But he, what I'm saying? I'm going to continue on. It says, but the angel of the Lord stood in the pathway of the vineyard, and a wall being on this side and a wall on that side. When the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself into the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of Balaam, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. So he's sitting there hitting this donkey because, as they are stubborn, all right, but the donkey's not doing what he wants him to do. So he's constantly hitting him, but he don't see what the ass sees. It says, and the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee. And notice, it's not like out of the ordinary or nothing to him. He just talked back to him. All right, but there's so much knowledge, that this society is missing, because what it has created is all of these things that the Lord have done, which some things was never heard of and never heard of and unprecedented. And when it happened, it then was heard of or traveled to the other nations, and they heard the power of the Lord, right? So they knew that certain things exist. Hey, like they know the Lord, they call him Al-Shaja, which pretty much means like a demon-like terrible power because of the things that he was capable of doing. All right. But so Esau don't necessarily see, he just wants to get it close enough. the Lord was using his actual hands and certain things to heal people. Well, they pretty much use their technology. That's close enough. You know, he can't just do it himself physically. He has to build something that can do it. But all in all, it's the Lord giving him this power, right? Let me continue on. It says, verse 30, and the ass said unto Balaam, am not I thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. So he like, all these years, I've been doing what I was supposed to be doing. Now you whooping my ass, you know. You ain't, maybe it's something wrong. And here we go. It says, then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. So this is another thing. The Lord has situations to where people can be in the same area and their ears and their eyes can be closed, but whoever the Lord is speaking to or want to see something, they can see it. All right. The same situation happened with Elisha and the young man. All right. Elisha could see that the angels was with them, but the young man couldn't. And Elisha prayed to the Most High that he can open the eyes of the young man. All right. Basically, you're seeing another dimension. All right. And what is Esau doing with, you know, constantly trying to seek out dark matter in a sense, you know, dealing with particle accelerators, the CERN situation and everything. Like I say, that's the same machine that was in Stranger Things, which they did. They punched into another dimension and a creature came out, you know, whatever. But it's just Esau constantly challenging the Most High, man. Where is that preset? Dang. There's no sense Psalms. God, this is Psalms 10 and 4. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. So when things happen, Esau doesn't depend on the Heavenly Father. He try to create his own solution to situations. All right. And within those trying to create solutions, he create chaos. Now he has to clean up that chaos, but he just treated like a piece of paper that he made a mistake on and just ball it up and throw it in the trash, you know, and just keep it. He don't deal with it, get rid of it. He just let it build up, man. And this is where we at in this day and age where they going full speed with this artificial intelligence, man. All right, allowing people to control computers with their minds and turn on music with these brain chips and stuff. So this is where we're headed, man. Esau's he's gonna go all out and do what he can when it comes to this AI technology, and he's gonna constantly keep challenging the Heavenly Father until he establish his own kingdom, in a sense, upon this earth, until he steal his blessing back. You know, that's a beautiful lesson title. Until he steal his blessing back, because how I look at it, like the AI is pretty much the spirit, all right, you know, that we rely on. His robots or humanoids, whatever you want to call his humanoid robots, will be considered his elect. You know, those are the ones who will be governing the earth, you know, and making sure everybody is doing what they supposed to be doing, because that's going to be our job through the Spirit, Lord willing, we be of the elect. All right. And then, you know, the top ones, they'll be the gods. All right. So they're doing nothing but mimicking the Most High, man. All right. And they can't help it. We'll get Thessalonians real quick and close it out on that. I always forget which one it is. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which was us falling away, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is talking about Esau, so-called white man, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And that's ultimately what this man is trying to do, is prove that he can do what the Heavenly Father can do. All right? Like the Lord said, I am, and no one, no one sitteth beside me. Basically, he's the final say-so of everything. And when you read in Isaiah the 47th chapter, Esau has that same mindset. So he's constantly going to challenge the Heavenly Father. And that's why the Lord is allowing him to do whatever he's doing and build that case on him so he can bring the judgment on him. And then we can start a new world. All right. New Jerusalem. Okay. Heaven on earth. That's what's coming next. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in their right for rulership, in their right minds, under righteousness, under the banner, the power, the mercy, the grace, and the obedience and the submission of BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? So stay tuned, because the movie about to hit that climax. So with that, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure into the end. Once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.